Check it out, guys. We got another fish. Alright guys, this is take 2, which really sucks because I had the camera the wrong way. I was shooting a short earlier and I left the camera. So here is to round 2. Alright guys, so I did get another fish. The Moorish idol is gone. I rehomed it to a local reefer that had a Moorish idol before, so we know is going to get taken care of. And now we can start getting some more corals, testing out my skills and what I know about growing corals. I did get a Walt Disney, a Bill Murray, and something bubble bat. So that one is the biggest chunk I got from the guy. Polyps are out. Everything's looking good. Another one right by that green slimer. Another one over there. Literally hours after the Moorish idol was out of this tank, all the acros started showing polyp extension. So I'm like, that's insane. Yes, I know I was gonna keep the Moorish idol and said like, yeah, I'm just gonna let it live its life, blah, blah, blah. But I wanted corals and it sucked. This is a reef tank. We need some corals in here. We need to like have this thing packed. So I made the decision. I put it up in a group and the guy messaged me right away. So win-win. Got some big chunks of SPS. All right, let's talk about where I got this from, why. Okay, let's talk about this yellow tang. So it's a biota yellow tang from Petco. I know everyone's gonna be like, no, why'd you get a fish from there? I don't have a local fish store around here, so when I have to get a fish, either it's buying them online, usually I get them from TSA, or if I go to Petco and gamble, roll the dice on a fish there. So this one was like 20% off because they had it from January. And I did see the fish in there before when I went in there. And it looked like super, like the yellow color wasn't there, just like all biota fish. So it colored up really nice. They had it since January. So if it had any disease, I don't think it would have made it this long. So that's a plus. And then I was like, you know what? I got rid of the Moorish idol and that was like the little showfish in the tank, and I felt like I needed something in this tank to just look lively, give it some color, and I just wanted it. Okay, let me share my 2 cents of before buying a fish. Do not get a fish just because you see it on Instagram somewhere and they're like, oh, they have this and they have a bunch of corals and it looks fine. No, do your research and then go for what you want to do, because that's how I did it. It was like an impulse buy when I was in Georgia. I was like, oh my god, I never seen one like in person at a store, so I'm like, well dang, let me just get it. Definitely not reef safe. If you're lucky, then maybe, because I know some people have them and nothing happens, or they're just not saying it. Another thing is, if you have like a really like mature tank and you got some big pieces, big colonies, then a little bit of pruning, I don't think it's gonna hurt the corals. For me, I don't have any big colonies yet, so if it starts nipping at these, then it's gonna kill it eventually. So that was my big mess up. Also, now that I'm not feeding as much anymore, my phosphates are coming back down because I was dealing with that because of all the feedings to save my corals. Something I need to do really soon, sooner than later, is take out all the pulsing zanias, because that was another mistake. I should have never put it in there. At the time, I didn't have much coral. Let me just put it in this corner. Hopefully it just stays. But it did not. It attached to the rock. Now it's attaching to the back glass and it's just growing like crazy. Also, the Kenya tree. The Kenya trees are just as invasive because that stuff is everywhere in this. It's already on the other side of the tank now. And now they're like connecting themselves to snails. I don't even know how that's possible, but they are. And now there's like 4 or 5 snails with Kenya trees attached to them on their backs. And yeah, it's getting out of control. So I need to start cutting that down and eventually just try to remove it all. It reminds me of like the way it looks, and then like that show The Last of Us, like how that virus or whatever it was like attached to people to get to A to B and then attached to somewhere. That's what it's doing in this tank. Like literally it was started from here. Now it's on the other side of the tank, back in the corner. It's everywhere. So I just found that kind of funny and nasty at the same time. Alright guys, before I end this video, first of all, hopefully you guys enjoyed this video and learned something from all these things I've been doing in this tank. And also, we are almost at 1,000 subs. So I appreciate everyone that has already subscribed. And if you haven't, consider subscribing. And if you have, share my videos with your reefing buddies. Maybe they will enjoy my videos as well. And I will catch you guys on the next